Hello again, everyone. Deflect here, Firm but Fair Gaming. Wanted to bring you a video on how to get this mount. It keeps saying it's rare. I don't know how rare it is, but it is up for this week and possibly next week. So go get it now. It takes about 45 minutes to do all the traveling and click on all the orbs. There's 10 orbs you have to click on in general. But once you find it, it's not a hard mount to get. It just takes about that amount of time just to travel all of Legion. So how to get this mount? It's only usable underwater. The Fathom Dweller. Great mount to get if you're a mount collector, as you can spawn the rare this week. Anyways, I will jump in the video. I did it on a druid because there is a couple underwater things, which, you know, is always just easier or switching forms into as a druid. But you can do it on any other one that you like. So jumping into the video. Getting into how to get the Dweller. So you will need to stop and talk to this Drak'thul, whatever his name is. The orc over on the Broken Shore at 3771. So to get there, you go to the New Dalaran and you can fly over to the Broken Shore. You will talk to him quickly and to start the quest, because you will need to pick up 10 orbs in a particular order. This quest will take you about 40 minutes to fly because there's a lot of flying in it. And again, I did this on a druid. The druid is good because you do have some underwater ones and you do have some mount ones and in the caves and inside. So it was just quicker to switch for the druid. You will first find the first one at 5855 on the Broken Shore. So you can see on my map where it was. You'll just go and touch the dirt to dig up one of the pieces you need to start. This is it, the Wethered Relic, and you will take this back to Drak'thul, I believe. And once you take it back to him, you will start the quest to then get the 10 orbs. Now, the orbs are spaced all over Legion area, so you will have to go everywhere. The first one will be in Azuna. So once you take this back to the initial spot where Drak'thul was there, you talk to him, you go through all of his conversations. You'll have to talk to him more than once, multiple times. You will then be able to start the quest and continue on to gather the orbs. Now, there is a little bit of tricks to a couple of them. Everything is semi-hidden or tried to be hidden, so you will have a little searching. I will try and make it as easy as possible for you to get this. You will see right here, you talk to him a bunch of times. Again, 3771. Do you recognize a relic? Goodbye. Talk to him again. Then goodbye. And then you get to talk to him for a third time. And a fourth time, and you should be done, I believe. There it is. Go away, and you are done. Now you can pick up the orbs. There used to be a spawn timer on them. So if you got to an orb and someone just clicked it, it used to have about a 20-minute spawn timer. I believe they have removed that. And the final elite does have a spawn timer, but it looks to be anywhere from 5 to 10 minutes. So you're going to head to the left area to the Highlands of Azuna. It's going to be on the road. So just aim for the well springs there. And you will be fine. As you can see where my cursor was. And I will show you the coordinates. But yeah, you will just aim for mid-left. And you will be good. I did record this, so I could definitely edit it because, yeah, if you don't edit it, it was about a 45-minute journey for me. So once you get near, you'll see the road. You'll be looking for a tree. You can see there's the road right there. I want to give you a good insight from where you're flying over because some of them are a bit tricky. And if you don't find the right tree, as you can see, there's a ton of trees. Then some of them are a bit tougher to find. Some of them are really easy. There's one outside, like a tent. That's really easy. But you can see the tree there. Head on to the other side of it, and you will see an area where you can go through. There's a little bush and a pathway, and there you are. Now you can see someone was by the orb already. go click on the orb, and that will be the first one done. Now, once it is done, here comes the painful part. Is now flying all the way across the area to the other side. And you do that a couple times. So it's like left, right, left, right. It is a bunch of flying. And that is why it takes so long, because you really can't fly that quick. So you do what you can and you just chug along. It doesn't take, it's 40 minutes and you get a rare mount. What more do you want? It's one of the least farming mounts you can get, and I don't remember if it is up for an extra week here or 2 weeks, but it's only available every few months. I've heard as long as 6 months, so do this right away, especially since there's downtime. Now, the easiest spot for this is you want to head to Stormheim, right beside Suramar, but you're aiming to the top right of the R on the word Suramar. As you can see on my map, I left it up. You can see I'm flying up there. You're just heading to the top right of Suramar word when the map is open under Stormheim. And then you'll look for a tree. You'll see the tree, Kingsfall Pass, and you can see there's an opening behind it, 3376. And you go in there, you can kill the ad or you can go around it. I killed it for fun. You pick up the orb in the back. I don't believe you have to once you've clicked on the orb. The spawn rate on the ad is a lot, so it does spawn very quick. Now, once you are done this one, as you are over in Stormheim, you get to head back to Valshara. And going to Valshara, you will look for a massive tree. It's going to be here's a little issue to find it the first time, because it is a little tougher to find because all the trees look the same, but it is right here. You'll see a little glowing one going around the smaller tree at 4180, basically 4181-ish. And you can see the big tree. That's what it looks like from the other side. And the big rock in front. And you'll see the little glowing one behind it. Aim for the little tree to the right. And you kind of just wiggle yourself to the right there. I missed it the first few times. It's hard to see. My mind zoomed out so much. So aim for the little tree to the right and you'll be fine. But it's dabble in there and you'll kind of see a little bush area that you can kind of go under, and away you go around to the left. Now you have to follow another path to the left and you'll see the orb right under the branch on the left hand side. And click on that and you have done the third one. Now, just slowly, fastly, whatever you want to do. Walk your way out. Get back up and fly to the next location. Now, the next one is going to be in the water by the broken shore. Here's the trick to this one. You will want to fly from the broken shore area out to that water. Don't, my first time I did it, I flew in towards the rock this way, and it is going to be about 49.5 by 73.8. And you'll fly in, and you'll see an area here. Now, you might have to use a defensive if you're like squishy, because these geysers would hurt a bit. I put a defensive up even as a tank. But click the orb under the tent and you'll be good to go. So remember, fly in from the broken shore, not from the sea out. Otherwise, the fatigue will kill you. I definitely found that out the hard way. And then my body was so far away that you get fatigue even when you're not alive. So that was always fun. But you can see fly straight up, and this is towards the broken shore. So you can see coming in at 49.6 by 73. It's the best way to go, and your fatigue is already reset. So it's very easy to do. And it is directly just kind of off the tip of the broken shore. And that's why one of the reasons I was a druid, because it is easier to just swim underwater. I do have underwater mounts, but this was the easiest anyway. The next location. The joys of flying away. And the next one's at the top right of Azuna. So kind of aim for the Zakaran area, the temple, and it's in the purple area out there. You'll see a tree. It's at 59 by 12 and a half. And you can see the brown leaves and everything. Right in the middle of the caverns, close to one of the entrances. Aim for the brown leaf. Kind of a tree by itself, and you'll just go down the tunnel. And the orb is kind of hard to see in here, but, you know, aim for the orb. It's at 60 by 14.6. And you'll be able just to click on it, just to the left of the crystal formation. The next one is going to be way out in Stormheim, so you can see how you waste a lot of time flying. I have max flying, it still takes a while. And head on out. This one's going to be interesting because it will be by a wreckage out in the water. So you'll want to head for the wreckage way out past the island in the Great Sea. Basically 67.4 by 14.7. And you can see you swim past the shark that's already been injured. And there's a tunnel underneath. So, swim into the tunnel, same thing as before. I put a defensive up because I was a tank, and these things blast hard. You can see how much damage I took as a tank. But click on it, and you should be good. So use a defensive. Every class has some sort of defensive. Just pop one when you go in there, and you'll be fine. And then just, yeah, you can swim out any way you like. Head back up to the surface, and away you go. I found a neat little one this way, straight up at 67 5 by 14.8. It's a neat one that brings you through the side. So if you're ever interested, you can always try that. Now we head over to High Mountain. This is probably the easiest one because just it's so easy to see. It's right by a tent, essentially. And, you know, long little flight here. Not the worst. It's not like you're going to Velshara again. Or Velshara. Yeah, Velshara. Legion was a pretty neat expansion. I never played when it was on. I did a lot of Legion stuff afterwards. Because I only came back in Shadowlands and really enjoyed the Legion one. I ran multiple characters through because you get some pretty neat artifact weapons and class mounts. So pretty cool expansion. So head towards Skyhorn. You'll see it on the side of a cliff. Again, you can't miss this one. It's real easy. It's by a giant tent. So you see the giant tent opening on the left. Yeah, we are 56, 38 and a half. And just instead of going into the tent or into the rock cave, just turn right. It's really, really easy to get to. And you'll see a little bush and go through the bush. That's it. Now, the weird part is you look in here and you don't see the orb. Like, oh, I'm missing the orb. Well, you have to turn around. It is in the mouth of one of the dinosaur bones. So a little hidden location, but the orb is in here. I initially thought it wasn't spawned because I just saw someone leaving. So I was like, oh, maybe I missed it. And there's a spawn timer. No, it's just in the mouth on the one on the right. Now that you've done the high mountain one, again, you get the long flight back. We are, so there's going to be 2 trees here. We're at 5426. And you want to aim for the one on the left. And 5426 will get you there. This should be, I believe this is Valshara again. But you can see it hiding under a leaf now. Under a leaf at the back. We are getting into a little bit more of the hiding spot. Some trickery on a couple of these. But still worth finding. Oh, sorry, it was in Azuna. It's in Asuna, this one. And you will head down to the Eye of Ashara. So that number 8 was in Azuna. Number 9 will be the Eye of Ashara down here on the island. And number 10 is back at Drak'thul. So you get to make the long flight out past in the water. And it does, does take a little while. But we are aiming for 79.5 by 89.5. You'll see a boat. You will go in the end of the boat there. I don't know if it's the front or the back. The boat's upside down. But you will go in the end of the boat. There'll be a little pathway. And then you'll have to go up. So it takes a little second to get up because if you swim too far, you go under the platform. You have to go up and above. And then you will get to another room. Now, the little secret to this one is you don't have to swim out of this one. I didn't remember I was on 9 and the last one was on the Broken Shore. What I recommend is you take this one, you get the, you go to the area, you get the orb, and then you use your Dalaran port to port back to Dalaran, and then you'll be able to just fly to the Broken Shore. As you can see, you go through the top and a little area, and you'll eventually come to this kind of like wedge-shaped V. Swim, up and around, and then down, and you will get there to this tunnel underneath. You aim for the one in the corner, and then swim back to the other rocks, and you'll kind of see a little cave that's right underneath. So it's kind of a little wonky to get to, but it is, once you find it, it's fine. And you're in here, you aim for the waterfall on the right, and there is your orb. And once done, like I said, the easiest way is to port. If you want to mess around and, walk back out because you are kind of near the Broken Shore, I still think it's faster to port. But once you're there, port back and head back to Drak'thul. And the last orb will be behind him. So there's his little camp. And again, it's at the same location. We are 3771.5. Last orb. He is right there. Now, once you've done, he'll automatically start talking, as you can see. And once he's done, you will have the quest to go kill the elite. Please lie down, go away. Perfect. You can see the quest on the Eye of Ashara, and you can see the reward is the mount. So, like I said before, this has a spawn timer. The spawn timer is about 5 to 10 minutes. So if there's people there, I recommend grouping up because it does not take very long to kill this elite, and it's dead within seconds, which is very, very quick. I just keep thrashing to make sure we're trying to hit it because, like I said, it dies very, very fast. And there it is, and there it's dead. That's how quick it spawns. It spawns and it's that quickly dead. So go to your inventory. You'll see the loot. And there it is, the mount. Congratulations, you've completed it. You now have the Fathom Dweller. So great mount. Very easy to get. Just takes a little bit of time to fly back and forth. Enjoy the rare mount. And if you have any questions, as always, leave a comment below. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, deflect, firm but fair gaming. I'll see you in the next video.